Hello everybody and welcome. We are here at Evolve Fitness Halifax. My name is Alan. I am an instructor in the Evolve Fitness Forever program. We've also got locations in Dartmouth, Bedford, and Elmsdale, or you can reach us anywhere, as you might be right now, anywhere in the world virtually through our YouTube or through our virtual program that we have here. Today, I'm going to be taking you through something pretty similar to our Forever Fitness program. So that is our small group 55 plus program. What we do in our virtual, you will need just a hand towel and then a surface, like an elevated surface. So if you've got a chair, a bench, a couch, sometimes a kitchen counter works well. You can go to a set of steps if you've got that available to you. But remember, you can pause me and play me at any time, and we can work this through together as we go. All right, so all in all, we'll be about 20 minutes here today. We've got 6 exercises that we will rotate through once we're in our main set. We will go through that, or all of that, for 3 rounds. We will take our first round to demo things, go a little bit slower through that one, but after that, we'll be rocking and rolling and ready to go. So let's just jump right into our warm-up, and we're just gonna start marching on the spot, getting the blood moving a little bit. So let's get going with those. So get those knees up, you can get those arms moving, but this is just bringing our heart rate up a little bit, getting our breathing a little deeper, getting ourselves ready for the movement that is coming. All right, that looks good. Let's go to some arm circles. So you can go forward, backward, big, small, whatever you want to do. We're just loosening up our shoulders, our chest, warming up our rotator cuff a little bit, getting ready for some of the upper body work that we have coming. Got to get it all ready. Got to get it ready to go. All right, and from there, we're going to go to just some body weight squats. So feet flat, chest up. We're going to sit those hips down and back to as low as is comfortable, and then press back up to standing tall. If you are really new to this, don't be afraid to either sit back to a bench or chair and use that as a balance aid, or you can come to the back of a chair and hold that in front. And as long as we're kind of keeping good upper body posture, but we have a little bit of balance assistance, that might get you to a little bit better range of motion than what you'd be doing out in space by yourself. So either of those variations work. Otherwise, we're just doing our squats. And that looks good. Let's go back to our marching again. So maybe a little bit quicker, maybe knees a little bit higher. And again, just getting our heart rate a little bit elevated, getting warmed up, getting the muscles ready to go as we are working here. And that looks good. Let's go to heels up for a couple steps. So let's open up those quads a little bit. Little dynamic stretch. Little weight shift and balance. All right, looks good. Let's go arms going wide now. So we are opening up through the chest and shoulders. And then as the hands and elbows come wide, we are squeezing our shoulder blades back and together. So bringing those shoulder blades in towards the center of the back as those hands come wide. So we're getting a little stretch through the front and then engaging those back muscles as the hands come wide. Getting a little 2-in-1 action here. All right, and from there, let's go to some stick-ups. So we are going to reach arms straight overhead. Elbows and backs of hands are reaching for the wall behind us as we pull those hands down. So we are big reach over the top. Elbows and backs of hands coming down and back. And really squeezing between the shoulder blades as we finish that pull down. So just nice and steady up and down with those. A really good postural exercise. And again, just warming up some of those upper back muscles, getting them ready to go as we work here. All right, looks good. And let's go back to our squats one more time. Same deal as round one. If you want to use one of your assistant pieces, if you've got something you want to sit back to, if you want to hold something in front for a little bit of balance assistance in these, both of those options will work really, really well. Give you a little bit more confidence to get low in these squats. So just nice and steady up and down, getting it done. Let's go 2 more. All right, and that is good there. So, again, we've got 6 exercises that we are going to rotate through. All we'll need is the hand towel for a couple of them. For some of them, we'll only need maybe the pieces of equipment that are around us. If you need to pause at any time, if you find that this is moving too fast, that's okay. If you need to pause quickly to just go grab something, that works too. Remember, you can come back to this, you can save this, you can favorite it, you can follow us on YouTube, and that will keep this handy for whenever you want to come back to it and use it later. So let's jump right in. As we travel through our first round, we'll take a little bit longer as we're describing the exercises and how we're going to do them. Round 1 will run a little bit more slowly than rounds 2 and 3, but once we know what we're doing, we'll just kind of roll through these ones a little bit smoother. So first exercise of the day is going to be a squat to knee raise. So toughest version out in space. What we will do is we're going to sit those hips down and back to as low as is comfortable, and then as we stand tall, coming up for a little one leg balance. So that's how it looks from the side. From the front, it's going to be just up for a little one leg balance, back down to our squat. So these are kind of slow and methodical. We really want to hit that pause in that one leg stance, work on that balance, work on that hip stability as we're rolling back and forth. We're going to go 40 seconds of these ones. So pick your speed and let's roll through it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. So we're sitting into that squat position, up for our balance. Nice and steady, back and forth. So don't need a weight for this one, but if you want to scale it up a bit, if you've got something that you can hold in front, that'll work. Otherwise, we're just moving, we're holding. Let's get it done. Focusing on that upper body posture. I want to see your face, see the logo on your shirt as you sit those hips down. 10 seconds. Couple more. We got this. And good. All right. Next up, we are going to go incline push-ups. So for this, the higher you set your hands, the higher object that you work from, the easier it will be. So kitchen counter is a really good place to start. If you've got a set of steps that will work, you can kind of scale that as you progress over time. Chairs and benches, also a really good option for this one. So we're going to set up, hands just outside shoulder width, and then we are going to bring chest to as low as you can, and then press back up to extended arms. So if as low as you can get is just little half bend, that's okay. That's sometimes telling us that we could work from something a little bit higher, get a little bit more range of motion. But if you don't have that available to you, work with what you got, work out what you got, and over time, we can go a little bit lower. This will work with dining room chairs as well, as long as it doesn't have wheels. It's not going to roll away on you. Then we can go up and down to a chair as well. Sometimes you might want to just press it up against a wall. Make sure it's not going to slide on you. Give it a couple test runs before you really lock in with whatever we're going to use. But we're going to go with a push-up variation. So counter, steps, chair, bench, back of a couch. All of those things work. We're going to go up and down in these for 30 seconds. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. So pressing up and down. Trying to bring low part of the chest down to your object. Press back up to extended arms. So just nice and steady here. And again, the higher you set your hands, the easier it will be. The lower you set your hands, the tougher it will be. And good. All right, and we are done with those ones. Moving on again. Our next exercise is going to be an underhand grip towel row. So grab your hand towel. We are going palms up with our grip, and we are going to start there. Our upper body, we are going to hinge forward, nice flat back, and hold this hinged posture. From there, we are pulling that towel up and back. So elbows coming back, squeezing those shoulder blades back in together through that whole movement, always pulling wide against the towel. So as it comes in, as it goes out, always pulling against it. If you're trying to rip that towel in two pieces, if you can. So here we go. Underhand grip, hinged position, pulling up, nice and steady back down. We're going 30 seconds with these ones. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So big pull up and in. Nice and steady back down to extended arms. So we are strong and steady in this posture. If holding this hinged posture gets tough, you can do this one from standing. It's a little bit scaled back, but that's okay if that's what's comfortable for you. We can work from there, and then when you are ready, jump into the hinge, and that works too. And good. All right, done with the towel for now. Next up, we are going to some seated twists. So for this one, you can go to your chair, your bench, your couch, anywhere that you can sit and be slightly leaned back. So we're going to be sat nice and tall. We're going to bring the feet away from the floor, and then we're going to clasp the hands together, go hip to hip, side to side, back and forth, just nice and controlled. This is another one you can scale up if you want to bring a little bit of weight along for the ride. That will work as well. All right, but we're going to go seated twists, 30 seconds. Let's get into it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So just nice and steady, back and forth, clasp those hands together. And we are strong and tall in this upper body posture, rotating through the shoulders, feeling those core muscles and oblique muscles working. Nice and steady, back and forth. If you need to make it a little easier, bring the feet back down to the floor, work from there. You can even alternate raising one leg, and that will work as well. All right, and good. Done with those ones. Next up, we are going to some one-leg T-reaches. So, little bit of a balance move for this one. You can have the chair around for assistance if you need it. Don't need to use it, but we'll show you a couple options to work through this one. This one might also work with your towel. If you're on a hardwood or a tile floor that it will slide around on. I actually have a rubber floor, so it's not going to do it much. But if you were to plant one foot on the towel and be able to slide it in and out, then sometimes that will work with this move as well. So what we're going to do, we've got a standing leg, and it's going to stay flat and firm on the floor. If you want to have something around for a bit of balance, usually by that standing leg is a good option. So we are putting most of our weight in that standing leg. The non-standing leg is going to trace out to the 4 points around you. So it will reach out in front to as far as you can, come back to center to reset, out to the side, back to reset, straight back behind you, and then a little curtsy reach in behind that standing leg to as far as you can. So if you need to keep a hand tapped on the chair or on something for a bit of balance assistance, you can. If you can go without touching, that works too. So we're going to work our way around those 4 points. We're going to go one leg for 30 seconds and then the other leg for 30 seconds. So standing on our first leg, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So out in front, to the side, straight back, and then our curtsy reach. And we can kind of lean and manipulate ourselves over our hip a little bit, but we are keeping that standing foot flat on the floor. So working on our balance. Oh, there goes mine. But that's okay. We catch, and we go again. All right, and good. Let's switch over. Second leg, so I'll pull the chair across. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Second side. Same deal, reaching out to those 4 points around us. Working and moving. And if you do have the floor that your towel will slide on, you can trace that in and out on that non-standing foot as well. And good. All right, done with those ones. We're going to finish off this round with some I and Y reaches. So this one performed from our hinge position just like our row was. So we'll get to that spot in a second. We are going to start arms hanging in front. Our first reach is going to be narrow with the biceps coming just outside the ears as we reach overhead. Second one, a little bit wider, but like we're doing the good field goal sign or like we're doing the YMCA dance as we reach up and back from there. So it's the narrow reach and then the wide reach, but we are doing all of that from our hinged position. So we're hinged forward, nice flat back again, and then from there, we are doing our big reach. So you're going to feel this all in those muscles, right in behind the shoulders, right in the upper back, as we are working kind of all those postural little muscles in behind the shoulders. So we're going to rotate between our I and Y reaches for 30 seconds. So holding that hinge position, big reaches. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. So big reach up and back. And then a little bit wider, but holding strong and steady in that hinged position. And good. All right. And that is our round. So that's everything that we're going to go through. We're going to go top to bottom through that list 2 more times. Now that we know what we're doing, our transitions will be a little bit quicker. So we'll roll through our second round with a little bit more pace, take a little break, do our third round, get out of here for the day. So we are back to our squat to knee raise. So as we set that one up, it is our squat up to our balance and working back and forth from there. We're going 40 seconds again. If you were really comfortable for the first round, you can grab a weight if you've got one available. Otherwise, we're just working without it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 40 seconds. Squat to knee raise. Let's get it. So steady in our pace. Really trying to hold that one leg stand for that extra second. Making sure that we're stable through that hip. Balanced as our base of support changes from our 2 feet to our 1 foot. That's it. We got 10 seconds. Keep it moving. Steady pace. Breathe through it. You got it. And good. All right, next up we're going to our push-ups. So to whatever surface works for you. If that's kitchen counter, back of couch, chair, bench, steps, it all works. Let's get set up. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So strong and steady, up and down with these. Going a little bit slower on the way down than the way up. So we're slow and controlled on the way down. Strong press, back to the top. And good. All right, done with those ones. We're going to our underhand grip towel row. So grabbing our towel, palms up grip, hitting our hinged position, and our big pulls up and back from there. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So nice pull, always pulling wide against the towel. So pull, pull, pull against it. The harder you pull wide, the tougher these feel. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. That's it. Keep it going. And good. All right. Next up, we've got our seated twists. So go into your chair or bench or couch. You can even do these ones from the floor if you like. But if you don't like getting up and down from the floor, the seat or bench works fine. Hands together, feet up. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Side to side, nice and steady.
Here's what I found. Seated.
Looks good, everybody. Steady side to side. Strong in our posture. Chest forward, shoulders back. And good. All right. Now we're back on our feet, and we've got our one-leg T-reaches. So grab the chair for a little bit of balance help if you need it. You can use the towel as a slider under your foot if you are on a hardwood or a tile floor or something it will slide on. But otherwise, steady on that first leg, reaching to the 4 points around you. Let's work on that balance. Ready? First side. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So out in front, out to the side, straight back, little curtsy reach, and we are just working our way around those 4 points, trying to reach as far in each direction as you can, keeping that standing foot flat. And good. All right, let's switch over. Second leg. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's go again. Same deal. Steady in our balance, leaning around that standing leg. That's it, you got it. Oh, there I go. Let's try that again. There we go. And good. All right, and we've got our I and Y reaches finishing off round 2. So narrow reach overhead, and then our Y reach overhead. Let's hit that hinge position. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So big reach up and back. Again, little pauses at the top. Really working those muscles in behind the shoulders. And good. All right. And that is 2 rounds down. So we're going to go top to bottom through all of that one more time. So you can start to adjust your rate of work, what you're holding, things like that, to fit how challenging you need this last round to be. If it's starting to feel really tough, if we're just keeping the wheels on, then stick with kind of around what you've been working with. See if you can kind of maintain the paces and the things you've been doing. If you're still feeling pretty fresh, see if there's any way that you can try to make these a little bit more difficult. So we are back to the top one more time. We are squat and knee raise, getting ourselves started for round 3. Let's get it done. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. We're into our squat, up for our knee raise. So working on that balance again. We're steady on one leg. And over time, this is a great one to add a little bit of weight to, whether you're holding it in front or you load a little bit of gear into a backpack. Either option works really, really well for this exercise. And good. All right, next up we're going to our push-ups again. So hands just outside shoulder width, pressing up and down. Let's get ourselves set. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, And let's go. Strong and steady up and down. The biggest thing to adjust here over time will be the height of your hands. So if they're feeling really a little bit too tough, try to find something a little bit higher to work from. If you're really still pumping through these nice steady pace, you might be ready to try from somewhere just a little bit lower. And even if that's only for a couple reps and then you're coming back to wherever you're comfortable, that works too. And good. All right, done with those. We've got our underhand grip towel row. So palms up, hitting our hinge position. Big pulls up and back while pulling wide on that towel. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Big pull. Let's go. Squeeze those back muscles. Bring those shoulder blades together. Let's do it. Keep it moving. And good. All right. Towels down. We're going to our seated twists next. So wherever you're comfortable sitting, chair, bench, couch, floor works. Hands clasped together. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. We're working hip to hip. Both feet on the floor is the easiest version. You can go alternating one leg off to make it a little bit tougher, or float 2 feet away as the toughest version. And then over time, if you want to hold something to move back and forth, that can make this one a little bit spicier too. Side to side. Let's go. Let's do it. And good. All right, we're back up on our feet. Next up, we've got our one leg T reaches. So we're strong and steady on that standing foot. Other one, reaching out to those 4 points around us. Here we go. First side. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Working on that balance and manipulating our body around that standing leg. And good. All right, let's flip over. Second side. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. Strong and steady here. I'm getting quiet because I'm focusing. And good. All right. And last but not least, our I and Y reaches. So let's get those hands up and back. We are in that hinge position one last time. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Big reach up and back. And then our Y reach. So we've got one a little bit more narrow. And then hands a little bit wider. And good. And that will do it. Awesome work, everybody. Holy good time. So that is a small taste of what comes in our Fitness Forever program, and especially in our Fitness Forever virtuals. If you're still feeling pretty good, press pause, rewind me a little bit, do a round one more time if you need to. If you found that pretty challenging, this is a great place to start, a good kind of cross-section of a lot of our most important movements in terms of the squats, the upper body pushing and pulling, a little bit of balance work, all really good stuff to work on. So thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Everybody, bye for now.